Namaste. Welcome everybody to meditation number 2 on our meditation challenge, 10 days of light. So I hope that you have enjoyed the mindfulness of breathing technique that we've been doing from day 1 to 3. This meditation we're going to be doing tonight, I'd like you to do for the next 3 days. So day 4, 5 and 6. Remember to make notes. So if you've got that diary at the end of the session, it's a really good idea to just write a few notes in it. Any observations, anything you feel, anything you notice about your concentration, anything you notice about your emotional reaction to what we're doing. It's all really useful stuff to look back on. And those of you who are new to meditation, please try not to judge yourselves and to attach any sort of, oh, I'm good at this, I'm bad at this, because meditation is something that even people who've been practicing for years and years and years will still say, oh God, today I just, my mind just wouldn't concentrate, or I was really thinking about something else, or I was really twitchy. So it's a practice. It's something that you can really reap wonderful rewards from, but at the same time, please don't expect anything to happen quickly. It's something that is a beautiful thing to bring into your lives, to make it part of your day-to-day. It gives us a reset, a pause, a quietening. And even if your mind is talkative and chatty and you're twitching and you're stretching throughout, and you're moving throughout, it's still time well worth spending. So without further ado, we're going to do Vipassana style meditation. So Vipassana is insight awareness. It's a mindfulness technique, really. So we are going to observe the breath as we have done to begin with. And then we are going to start to focus on the body itself. So you're taking your awareness and you're focusing at the top of the head to begin with, and then you are going down through the body stage by stage, observing and noticing any sensations that you may be feeling. So that could be the clothes on your body, it could be the air on your fingers, it could be any pains or itches or scratches that you may have. And we go through the body from top to toes, and then we go from toes to crown again. I'll talk you through the first full round, and then I will encourage you to do some rounds by yourself, and I will be silent. I may interject every so often just to pull you back to the focus. And then at the end, as we have been so far, we'll give some healing out. So if you just like to close your eyes, sit up nice and straight as we have been, relax the shoulders. And just as before, bring your attention onto your breath, the rising breath and the falling breath. So just take a few conscious breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth, letting go of the day that you've had. Now, just breathing through the nose and allowing yourself to settle. Still noticing that breath as you inhale the rising breath, and as you exhale the falling breath. And then as we settle, I just invite you to bring to mind 3 things that you are grateful for. What are you grateful for today? What's happened today that you thought, oh, actually, yeah, I feel really grateful. I feel really grateful that my friend rang me up. I feel really grateful that my 3-year-old was behaving herself. Whatever it may be, 3 things. And when we practice gratitude, we start to move into the heart center. We soften. Okay. So beginning the practice of Vipassana, insight awareness meditation. So let's begin by taking our attention right up to the crown of the head. See what you can feel there at the crown of your head. Are you aware of any pressure at the crown of your head? Are you aware of the hair on your scalp? Or perhaps you're aware of the air on your scalp. If your hair's tied back, you may be aware of that little pull. Or it may be that nothing much is presenting itself, in which case you just stay for a moment and then move on. So we're scanning the body. So from the crown then you move down, and we're taking the front and the back and the sides all at the same time. So you're moving from the crown and then you're taking in your forehead and the back of the head. So what's happening around the forehead? Are you frowning? Are you furrowing? Are you tensing? Are there any little movements? What's happening around the back of the head? Any sensation? And then you move down, and as you do, you're taking in the tops of the ears and the eyes and the eyelids. Any sensation around the eyes? The eyes spend all that time during the day looking, observing keenly. Is there any little flickering movements behind the eyelids? What sensations are there? And then again, around the back of the head, is there anything that you're aware of there? Any tickling? And then you move down, and we're starting to take in the bridge of the nose, the cheekbones, the middle of the ears, and then down to the nostrils. What can you feel at the nostrils? That little wisp of air as you inhale and exhale. Maybe the flare of the nostril. Any sensation in the ears? Any pressure? What about the temperature? And then moving down to the space above the lip and the upper lip, the lower lip, the lips touching. What about inside the mouth, the tongue and the teeth? What about the jaw? And again, the back of the head and the top of the neck. Perhaps you can feel your hair on your neck. And then moving down. Moving down now to the chin and the throat. What does the throat feel like? What does the neck feel like? Any aches, any pains, any stiffness? And then we move down, taking in the back of the neck, to the top of the shoulders. And then moving lower down, taking in the whole of the shoulders and the shoulder blades. What can you feel? Heaviness, lightness, any pain, any sensation. You're aware of your clothing touching your body. And then from your shoulders, moving down, taking in the upper chest. You feel the breath of the upper chest, the movement of the sternum. And then moving down below the chest, down to the top of the abdomen, and taking in the upper arms and the elbows, taking in the upper back. Moving down to the forearms, moving down to the belly, the lower back. How is it feeling? How is this body feeling? Is there any tension, any tightness, any pulsing, any movements from the inside, any swaying? And then moving down to take in the wrists and the hands. What's the hands resting on? What's the sensation? Hands resting on legs, on clothing, or hands resting in one another, skin on skin? What does the air feel like around the fingers, around the palms? Right down now to the lower back, the sacrum, tailbone, taking in the pelvis, the groin, the hips. How are the hips? Do they feel loose? Do they feel tight? Is there discomfort? Is there ease? And thighs, buttocks and thighs. So the buttocks, what are they resting on? What does that feel like? Is it comfortable or uncomfortable? And the thighs, do they feel relaxed or tense? And then moving down to the knees, front of the knees and back of the knees. The lower legs folded back if you're sitting cross-legged. And then moving down to the calves and the shins. What's the clothing feel like on your body here? You feel trouser or sock? What does skin feel like on that material? And then as your feet rest on the ground, what part of your feet are resting on the ground? What does the ground feel like underneath you? What do your toes feel like? What do your heels feel like? And your instep. So any pulsing, any warmth, any cold. And then we start to move back up. So from the toes, moving up and taking in the instep and the ball of the feet, the arch. Move back up the body to the heels and the ankles. Moving up to the calves, shins, to the knees, that large body of muscle, the thighs, the buttocks, to your seat, to the groin and the hips, and then taking in your hands, your palms, your fingers, your wrists, as you move up the body, taking in the belly, the lower back, the lower arms, taking in the elbows, the middle of the back, the upper abdomen, moving up to the chest, middle of the back, upper back, shoulder blades, shoulders, and the neck and the throat, the back of the head, the chin, the features of the face, the ears, eyes, forehead, all the way up to the crown of the head again. Now you carry on by yourselves. You're investigating the body, moving from the crown to the toes and back up. As you move looking for sensation, if you find a particular sensation which is strong, stay there for a bit. Investigate it. See, does it stay the same? If it's a pain, does it stay strong? Or does it start to change in its intensity? Does it weaken, or does it change into something different? What happens? Start to discern between the types of sensation as you move down the body and then back up, and take as long as you like in the process. And I will do it with you. If your mind has wandered, bring it back to scanning the body, observing any sensations. the last minute or so, really challenge yourself to observe, to notice. And then, just coming to the end of this part of the meditation, keeping the eyes closed, staying within. Going to bring your hands up now to take that meditative energy and start to connect it in with our healing meditation. So the palms are facing forwards, and you just, as though switching on a channel of light, of white light from above your head, flooding the crown, moving down into the body, healing your own body, flooding the whole body, and then collecting in the heart center. And from the heart center, this white light travels down the arms and through into the palms of the hand where it shines forth. And you can give this healing energy to anybody in particular you would like to. You could just say their names or think their names. And you can give it to the earth herself, the Gaia planet. So seeing that beautiful blue-green planet in front of you. And imagine that beautiful white light pouring over our beautiful planet. And that planet, Gaia, becoming lighter and brighter as our collective energy beams down. Love, compassion, kindness, wisdom, health and harmony. The healing energy absorbed by the trees and the forests, the woods, the mountains, the skies, the clouds, the rocks, the crystals, the herbs, the people, the animals, those that swim, those that crawl, those that fly, to all of beings, flooding forth. Realizing the connective nature of us all as one. Feel that sensation at the palms, at the fingers, of the light filling your body for your healing, and then giving it out, giving and receiving in equal measure. And then let's gather that energy into the heart, bring the hands together. It is so. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to ground yourself. You can think of roots growing down through your sitting bones into the earth, or rub your legs. If you feel a bit dizzy, take your time, drink some water, and write your notes. Remember, you can always ask me questions. You can ask them through the Facebook page, Green Door Grooves members, or you can ask them on the YouTube comments. So, namaste, have a lovely evening. So remember, do this for the next 3 days, 8 o'clock if you can. Namaste.